everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Daniella and I'm a handbag enthusiast. I love buying bags and I love talking about them. So if you're into that, go ahead and click the like and subscribe button so you can continue seeing my content. Today my video is for my LV lovers. I'm going to go through all of my Louis Vuitton bags in my collection, and the order that I'm choosing to go in is in the order that I bought them / received them. I think that Louis Vuitton makes up like the biggest chunk of my collection. I counted them up and I think I have about 14. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more, not sure, but I guess we'll get there. Let's start. So first we're gonna start off with my first one, obviously, which was my LV Speedy in Damier Bean size 25. I got this when I was in like 6th or 7th grade, I believe, and I wore the heck out of this thing. I was very young, so shout out mom and dad for being so amazing and giving me my handbag addiction. Such an amazing bag. It still looks honestly pretty amazing for being over 10 years old, probably like 12, 13 years old at this point, maybe a bit more. She does have some wear. You can see like with the gold. Let's see. I do manhandle this bag. And here it is. This is not the bandolier version. I don't even believe they had the bandolier version when this one was purchased. And then they just bought me this, and then a couple months later I ended up adding a strap. Maybe it was just a few weeks later. This was the strap. Very, very worn, very loved. And this is such an amazing bag. This is my only damier bag. Doesn't seem like they do damier that much, which is honestly a shame because I think the chocolate color is just amazing. And I wish they did more, but it's a very spacious bag. I do keep it stuffed just to help maintain the shape. I haven't pulled this one out in years. I think the last time I wore it was right after COVID, so like 4 years ago, which is honestly sad. But I think this is just a bag that I will be archiving, keeping for my future daughter. It has the red interior, and then it has a pocket, and then a little chain on the inside. But the quality of this bag you just can't beat. Oh, I'm falling in love with it all over again. So that was my first one. So then next up, it isn't a bag, but this piece is so iconic and it's one of my favorites in my collection, which is my Sarah wallet with the Steven Sprouse edition. It has the pink and white like cheetah leopard print, and I remember being so young and being like, oh my gosh, I need it. And I remember I was saving for it and my dad kept on slipping me money, so I like saved for like about a week or two, and then we went to Louis and I got it. My regret is that I didn't take better care of this. I was so young. It was 2010 when this one was released, so that's when I'm assuming I bought it, and I put coins in it, which, I mean, it's a wallet, but this is just so iconic. I have taken it to Louis a couple times to see if they'll like kind of revamp it for me, because like the lining is completely gone, and I'll probably end up doing that sooner rather than later. But so iconic. I'm obsessed. I wish that they would bring this line back or do like a revamp of it, because truly an icon. So I went years with that just being my only bag. I did have others like Tory Burch and Rebecca Minkoff, but that was like my one true designer bag. Of course, I would borrow my mom's every chance that I could get, but it wasn't until I was in high school that I got this, which is my Petite Noe. And it was probably a little strange that such like a 16, 17-year-old was eyeing this bag and got it. But honestly, I'm glad I did, because it's not something that I would gravitate towards now, but I'm very appreciative that I have this bag. I actually have taken up tennis in the past year with my husband, And this bag has been amazing for that because I can throw all of like my sports stuff, like a water, a book for after if I'm bored or whatever, and everything fits in this. It's such an amazing sized bag. I know they still make this. They make smaller versions, updated versions with like the coloring is like pink, or the leather is like pink and different colors. I know that they used to make a bigger version of this bag. That would just be too big. I mean, this now is just humongous, but I love it. And it's also adjustable, which I don't think I've ever adjusted, but it patinaed so beautifully. I was young and dumb and did not take care of it. I literally have a pen mark, and oh well, I mean, bags are supposed to be used, and this one definitely has seen a lot of love. I did actually lose this little tie because if you don't keep it knotted, it just kind of opens and it could easily fall out. So beware if you have this bag or wanting to get this bag, always keep it tied. And I did have to go to Louis and they ordered me one, and that was that. So the coloring doesn't really match the rest of the vachetta, but it's fine. Like, I don't mind that. But such a beautiful bag, and I will have her in my collection forever. This one was also called the champagne bag, and that's why it was originally made. They would put bottles in champagne in the bigger ones and carry them around. How fancy. Oh, and I also keep this one stuffed for, I mean, I don't think it's gonna mess up the shape, but it just looks a lot better on my display if it's stuffed. So if you've been collecting Louis and bags since like before the 2010s, is your collection even complete without having a Louis Vuitton Neverfall? Probably not. This is the MM size, and this one was yet another gift from my amazing mom. And she got it pre-loved, which I think is amazing because these bags can last forever and go through many homes and they still look amazing. I love the color of the vachetta. It's kind of darker than a honey. You can tell it's been well loved. Sometimes it does get like a little black, but I don't think we're there yet. The other thing I love about these pieces is that you can take them to Louis and they will re-vachetta your bag for you, obviously at an additional cost, but still, like, you can have the same bag and kind of make it new. This bag was from before you could pick out the inside color of your bag, and I think now they do like pink, red, and like these fun colors, but I love the inside of the bag. It does have a pocket, and this is obviously in the monogram, and I love this bag. I'm very glad I have her. I don't wear it as much anymore because I'm just not a tote bag person, but I think that Neverfalls are great to have in your collection. But I would say that kind of seems like they've gone out of hand in price. I'm not sure what their pricing is now. I do know that the bags now come with a little pouch. Not sure if that justifies the big price tag of the Neverfull, but you can definitely get amazing deals on the pre-loved market. So if you're fine with that, definitely give that a look. Next one holds a very special place in my heart, and that is my Louis Vuitton Elma BB Vernis in ballerine pink, I believe, or rose ballerine, something like that. It's a beautiful pink color. Because of the vernis, I feel like it's hard for it to show on camera well. It's like a trapezoid. My husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, bought this for me for my birthday. This was the second bag I got in 2019, so we're kind of picking up the pace here with buying bags. Had a little bit more money, I guess. He bought it off of Fashion File because you couldn't buy it in the store. It got a lot of wear. I'll always have this in my collection. I don't reach for it as much because it is in vernis, and it's not the updated vernis. It does have color transfer issues, I'm pretty sure. So I just don't want to take the risk, but I love staring at her. Also, with my tastes now that I've developed and I know what I like, this bag's just kind of too big for me and the strap is too long. So maybe if I got a different strap, it would be a different story. I appreciate her on my shelf. Just is such a sentimental bag that I don't want it to look worn. And I know you're supposed to wear your bags, but this one's just a little different for me. Next up, 2021, I've just graduated college and I've gotten my first big girl job, so I had to mark the occasion by buying a Louis Vuitton bag that I thought could be dressed up, and that is my Louis Vuitton Vanity PM. This was the first bag that I had bought in store in my adulthood, and it was very exciting and monumental for me. I was very excited about it. I think I was so excited that this was the only one they had, so I settled on this one. I don't know why I didn't have them order it, but like I said, I was just very excited and I wanted to take it home. Instant gratification. And I was fine with taking home this one with the line. I had asked the CA there if she thought the line might come out with like a bag shaper, like a bag insert. And she was like, yeah, probably, and just acted like she didn't see the line there. Now, I've had years of buying bags and I definitely would not have accepted this for the price that I paid. But anyways, here we are. I still appreciate this bag. I don't wear it that much. To me, it's like more of a winter fall bag, and lately I've been into colors. So this one isn't a heavily reached for bag, but it does have feet. And then the chain is beautiful, which is like one of the main reasons why I bought the bag. And it has the little chain hooks, and it also has the reverse monogram, and it also has this little clochette with the black leather detailing. Overall, it's a great bag. They do now make different sizes. It fits a lot. It doesn't look that small, but for people who aren't into micro bags like I am, it is a really good size and it can fit a lot. I did have this little Hermes twilly on the handle, and it looked really good to add a pop of color if you are going to wear it spring summer. I feel like adding a colorful twilly around the handle just looks really good, and it's easy to dress up like that. I would not buy now, but I am glad to have. Next up, we have another bag that I rationalized buying because, again, I was in corporate America. I needed a good bag I could dress up, which is my Doofen MM. Huge bag, and it's the accordion style chain strap, which is gorgeous. Can also come off. Reverse monogram, and it has like the brown vachetta, which is very beautiful. And then it comes with an extra strap like this, semi-adjustable. I liked the look of it. It did get some wear when I was in corporate America. Has like the microfiber insert, has a pocket on the inside. That's just how I store it. I actually did just post a video on all my thoughts on this bag, so I'll link it here. And if you're interested in this bag, definitely go watch the other bag, because I feel like I provide some amazing insight on why you shouldn't buy this bag. I'm not sure if I will end up selling this bag. I just don't reach for it. But when I do get it to work with an outfit, I feel like it elevates it really nicely. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Next up, we're in 2022 spring. I've decided I needed a wedding bag. We're gonna get married in Mexico. Of course, I had to go the Louis route, and I got this dream bag, my dream Louis Vuitton bag, which might seem insane because it's such an old style and it's really not that expensive, but very happy with this one. I love looking at it. And I did end up buying a strap for it, which is too long, honestly, and I should probably buy a shorter one, but it's fine. The patina vachettas obviously don't match, which is also fine. I don't really care. I feel like you can't tell. And it tells a story, and I'm fine with that. They weren't bought at the same time. It did not come with a lock on it, which I might add a lock on it because I think that looks so cute. But I will say it was hard for me to find one in such an amazing condition. You can kind of tell the red around, which happens because the inside of the bag is actually red, and it would bleed through in these, so that was like a quality issue, obviously. But I figured this one is so old and it hasn't happened yet, so it's fine. This is the Louis Vuitton Speedy HL in multicolor. They also did it in black multicolor, and that was amazing too. So if you can find one of these on the pre-loved market at an amazing price, definitely get it, because I feel like this bag is just amazing, and I wish they would come out with a similar collab instead of doing the pumpkins and stuff that they did this past year. Like, what were they doing? Kind of a weird bag to get for your wedding. I know, like, I probably should have just gone with all white, but do I regret it? Not an ounce. Perfect for spring, summer, and the size is perfect. This was like my entry into the tiny bag world, and I just haven't gone back since. End of 2022, I believe it's October, and we went into Louis, and that was where I met my amazing CA that I still work with. I had this bag, and I was like, I wanted it for so long, let me buy it. Never had seen it in person, only people wearing it. So when I saw it, I was like, yes, 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 yes. And I did get a lot of wear out of it, but I don't really reach for it much now because it's kind of big, and I scratched my itch and I'm good now. So I bought this one before I sold my Palm Spring PM, so I had them both for a little bit. They both came with 2 straps. I've never worn both straps, but I kind of keep this one longer and this one shorter, so I don't have to mess with them every time depending on the look. But I feel like you can kind of do a lot of things. With this bag, I do have a Samorga insert, and that has been amazing. Can fit a lot, can fit a Kindle, which if you know me, you know I love carrying my Kindle. I feel like I needed this in my collection. Will not sell because, again, I'm building my collection for my future daughter. I don't know, is this like out of style, or are people still wearing it? I still wear it because I don't really go by those rules, but I'd be interested to know what y'all think. I feel like I bought it very late. I bought it like 3 years after the whole hype, but still a great bag nonetheless. Now we're starting with all the bags I bought in 2023. Which I bought quite a bit of Louis, but majority of them were colored. I tried to stay away from monogram because as you can see, that's all I had been buying. So this is where I start to get into the fun colors and the fun stuff. I ended up buying this one for Valentine's Day. I had an itch because I kept seeing the Chanel heart bag everywhere. Last year was the year I started buying Chanel a bit more, because I really only had like 1 or 2 bags. I liked this one more than the Chanel one because I kept seeing that they were having quality control issues where the chain would fall off or like the buttons would fall off, and I just thought that was insane. So this was an amazing price for a heart bag, and I did not have a lilac bag, so I thought, why not? The inside is also purple, and it does have a chain strap, which I don't wear this bag a lot, but I think it's a seasonal bag, and it's not supposed to be an everyday bag, so for what it is, it's great. And it just looks so cute with just like the randomest outfits. It can really tie a whole look together. So am I happy I have it? Yes. Was it a necessity? Absolutely not. I do feel like when you have more of a solid collection, it's fun to add in these weird, oddly shaped, size, and colored bags, and this just kind of scratched all of that for me. So, very happy. And it wasn't Chanel pricing, so even better. This next one isn't a bag per se, but we made it one. We DIY'd it, and sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And that is the LV Scot Box. It's acrylic and it is clear, and I think it's so fun. I did add on a bandeau, and my CA put it on for me. We like to go to basketball games, and our team's colors are silver, black, and white. So what a perfect bag to take. It's clear to take to the arena, so super easy. It opens like that, and you just put everything in. It doesn't fit a lot. It's not supposed to fit a lot, but also I just feel like it's a great like evening bag. It's a statement piece, and I love seeing it with my collection. Definitely one of the cheaper routes that you can go, because obviously it's not a bag. It was like under $1,500 for all of this. So definitely a win in my opinion. And again, I've just been trying to add some fun random pieces into my collection, and this one did that. Next, we have a bag that I wasn't sure if would be a good add to my collection, strictly speaking color wise. The size is perfect. And that is my LV Nano Alma. It's just a perfect orange color. This was my first orange bag and first bag with silver hardware. And so that was a really big jump for me. And it does have an adjustable strap, which was my biggest takeaway from my Elma BB. That is like the bag that made me realize that strap length matters and can make or break a bag. So this one is actually a thicker strap and it's adjustable. So it makes this bag really friendly for short and petite people. The inside of the bag is like that microfiber. This one has a microchip, which I'm sure my other ones from last year have microchips as well. This one came out in a lot of fun colors. They had a purple, which I was very tempted, but I already had the lilac bag. They had like a minty green one, which I was also really interested in. They had a black one, they had a white one, and hopefully they come out with more colors because I think you can't get better with this size. This one was one of probably my most worn bags of the spring summertime last year and even fall. It's just a color that matches with everything, which is so shocking because I'm not an orange person, I'm more of a pink person. But for the price, obsessed with this bag, would add more. My last bag is one that I definitely could have done without, and that is my Louis Vuitton ski bum bag. And this doesn't really go down. Either it's gonna pop back up. So it's just kind of an exposed zipper. It does have a flap. That's what it looks like from the side. I am obsessed with the original bum bag, so hence I didn't want the newer styles. It has the brown vachetta, which I really love this color vachetta. I wish they did it more. It has this little loop, which not sure what you do with it. The inside is cream. I do have a Samorga insert because without it, it's just really, really unstructured. It's white on the inside, which I don't think they should have done. I liked the red that they did before. It's obviously adjustable. There's no back pocket and there's no pocket on the inside. Sorry, my bag insert's actually from Zimone. It was an outrageous price, and now looking back on it, I probably should have just bought like a Chanel or an Hermes bag, because like I would have rather had a Picotin in gold. I do think this is a collector's piece and it's not a bag that you're gonna get a lot of wear out of, and I knew that going into it. I live in a warmer climate, but for some reason I just felt like I needed it, and definitely could have done without, but it is fun to look at, and when I do get to wear it, it's an eye catcher. Not a lot of people have this bag, so if that matters to you, then something like this is the way to go. I do think if I went to like Aspen or Breckenridge a bit more, then I would definitely get my wear out of it, but we didn't have a trip there this year, so I just didn't wear it. And also I'm kind of scared too, just because I don't want the bag to get nasty. And actually I need to check with my CA because it does have this little right there, and I don't know if that's just like the stitching of the bag or if there should be like fur there. I mean, it is what it is, I have it, but hopefully this bag will be a lesson that I need to look at the wearability, not just like the ooh and ah factor of having something impractical. I think if you're gonna get impractical bags, maybe go for the Scot Box because it's a much better price point. Okay, some honorable mentions to throw in are these two little, I think this is like the Lexington, and this is just like a pochette. And these are bags that my mom gave me a couple years ago. I grew up wearing these bags. And this one, as you can see, has the really bad color transfer. So I have thought about maybe sending it to Rago Brothers or something to see if they can dye it a different color, because it's kind of a waste. And it also does have like that sticky feeling that can happen. This one is like a much better color. I think it's called Marshmallow. It has a little pocket up here and it is just so cute. And I really love to just kind of stare at this one because I love the color. It does have some color transfer, which I think is just from the vachetta But definitely that is a big con of Vanity bags. These are probably like over 20 years old at this point, so honestly, like, not bad. Next up, we have a bag on loan, I guess, from my mother. And that is, I think it's called the Carryon. It has the strap, and I used to take it a lot with me when I would travel, but it's just not the most practical because who wants to carry a heavy duffel on them? So I think probably like Louis Vuitton Carryon is probably better to do, but this is just such a good bag to have in a collection. It's obviously like iconic, and it's in the Damier bean. Not sure the size, but I think it's the smallest one that they have, and it still gets very heavy, so I don't know how people do it with a bigger one. But anyways, those are all of my Louis Vuitton bags with some backstory. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions on those bags, or if you want me to go even more into depth on those bags. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.